Prathamesh Malya as well joins us now to talk more about that. Prathamesh, what is your sense? What are you reading? The kind of correction and with strong volumes is what we've seen in metals. From here on, are you still on the short side?
Morning, Manisha. I think the action and the reaction clearly seems to be evident with the Asian nations, I think, and most importantly China. The tariffs that's being imposed by the US would definitely impact China in a big way, and possibly it is hurting the sentiment. And as you can see, the third continuous fall in almost all the metals. I think from here on the weakness would still continue, and we would see almost copper prices falling from here, 2%, 3% fall. Zinc, again, we are looking at weakness on all the metals. I think the best strategy would be copper. I think sell on higher levels, 448, 449, stop loss 451, target lower towards 440, and even lower than that. And we are also advising short side on nickel. I think this is one commodity which can sharply correct. Take into consideration iron ore, as you rightly mentioned, 5% down, which is the main iron or nickel, which is the main ingredient for steel. As such, I think nickel prices are falling from here on towards 820, 830 mark. So I think I would be seller on almost all the metals that's there.
What is the stand that you're taking for the precious metal prices? Because we have seen pressure come in there as well, especially after the Europe press conference, after the monetary policy meeting yesterday. That hasn't gone down so well for this sector.
Yes, Manisha, I think the dollar theme is there, which is driving the commodity prices, and the statement coming from ECB chief that the gradual monetary policy, the gradual steadying of monetary policy is what they're looking from Euro perspective. I think that's what has weakened the euro, stronger dollar, and then pressure towards commodities per se. I think gold and silver both looks down for me from here on. Again, 30,000 mark is what we're looking at. I think even we would go short on gold as well as for silver. I think 38,200, 38,300 is what we are looking as far as silver goes. So I would be seller on both the metals.
Just one final question, because we have been talking about on how long-term fundamentals for metals are quite positive, whether it is about deficit, whether it is about the synchronized global growth and the estimated demand, the EV demand, etc. Does that story still hold? And would you say that the correction that we have seen in the metals is very near-term perhaps?
Yes, very right, Manisha. I think the correction was bound to happen, especially taking into consideration the metal. All the metals have been performing for most of 2017 and even the first couple of months in 2018. I think these are the events from US which are really driving correction in all the metals. This looks to be temporary, but all the major fundamentals of supply deficits still remain in picture, and it remains to be seen how prices move in the second quarter as far as metal goes. But yes, the near correction is bound to happen. It will be there.
All right.
Okay. All right, Manisha as well as Prathamesh, thanks very much for joining in and taking us through all of those strategies.